You emerge from the tunnel into darkness. It crowds around you for a better look. You'll need your flashlight to compensate for your pathetic fleshy corneas. A glow traces the outline of a canopy over piles of rubble. Voices raised into a tune. A guitar strummed once. Laughter. Light flickers with the sing-song iridescence of open flame. Candles. And distantly, as if in the walls, a drumbeat. The party lives on. Overhead, something stirs. It has been waiting.
Hello there. Give us one moment. And watch your feet on our wizard stuff.
You look down to see shapes in chalk, burning incense, candles, a guitar with a garland of prayer beads around its neck.
Outlandish thing to focus on in the middle of such a scene. Now please, shh.
The woman mouths to herself, moving her fingers along to a rhythm you cannot hear, then stops abruptly.
Lost the bass line again. Oh, I almost had it that time.
We're getting closer. Do you hear it? There's a song.
He decorates the word song with a wiggle of his fingertips. You hold your breath, close your eyes. Dark firelights and digital snow dance behind your eyelids. Within your breast, the thrum stirs stray metal, a deep bass line, plucking strings of pectoral muscle.
We've searched everywhere, upstairs and down, for speakers. Nothing. No source. Musical poltergeist type of thing. We're trying to lure it out. Thus all this chalk circle and incense frippery.
We're trying all the occult stuff. You wouldn't let me sacrifice a pigeon.
Faintly, a round of offended cooing from the rafters.
She tried to sacrifice a pigeon. Nope. Plus the power is completely dead in here. So even if we had found speakers in here, they couldn't have been running.
It's coming from the building itself somehow, I think.
Well, so sound alters space. Motion transfers between particles. Maybe the concrete's vibrating and the particles are arranging themselves in a way they never have before.
Could just be magic.
We're covering all bases, really.
Poor building. Who knows how long it's been playing to no audience. Explore the place a little. Let yourself feel the rhythm. Let it sing to you.
No squatters in here. Just us.
We don't squat. We groove. We're a band.
We're a scum synth duo act. I'm un, she's the. Together, and the. We get that a lot.
Not much else, in fact.
We're doing our best. Would you like the epic or the ditty version?
Epic, epic.
It all began when a 10-year-old with the special foresight afforded only to the delinquent genius stole the keyboard from an electronics shop.
It was me.
It was afraid of her crimes, we hid it under our bed. With it lay for almost 3 years. During this period, we developed a dance style called minimal body vibrato, while the keyboard itself developed a patina.
At the 2-year, 9 months mark, I exhumed the keyboard and successfully harangued him into playing the snare drum.
The sound didn't call to her until it had begun to decay. They'll imbue the world's rot with a neon life.
But the genre itself wasn't fully formed until a week or so later. Upon the discovery of Preset 3, there you have it. Scumsynth.
It's just us. Can a name be real? And if it can, then what does it depend on? Origin? Sound? Our mother named him Feral Jim.
Ate my own umbilical cord.
He ate his own umbilical cord, but that's beside the point. Which is that our names are Un and De.
Pointless. Culture's atomic, it's in the air. They're dancing to ultravioletta in the Eastern Republics. We were on the hunt for a music video location, and we've broken into real shit instead.
It's awful in here. Go see the basement bathroom. Divine.
Dereliction second only to the Pethol Tract in terms of. The GMs are disregardable at best.
Disregard them.
There's a mystery in these walls. Don't you want to figure it out?
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice the balcony above them is tilted slightly. It wants to fall on them, wants to smash bone.
We're gonna keep on trying to figure out the song.
Look around, see the place. You'll hear it.
The building has summoned these musical youths to create a new party, assist them in their funk endeavor.
You can probably answer them.
Certainly.
Try listening on the stairs just over there.
A colony of lice writhes happily in the hall seating, their mouths full of old cotton. Above them, a perfectly circular hole in the wall draws your attention. You hear someone's voice singing, but only for a moment. 4 inches in diameter, about 2 inches deep, cratering towards the middle. Made by a bullet, undoubtedly. Things were getting heated in this Portaferan People's Assembly. Your finger disappears to the first knuckle. You feel concrete crumbling around it. This structure is not stable. Anything could happen. Withdraw your poker immediately. Thrust proudly into the orifice. Confirm the structural and ideological identity of the party headquarters. You move your finger around in the hole. Crusty. Thin cracks erupt from the impact, running amok over the wall. See? Told you. You breathe in, tasting the building's flavor. Stale, damp chalk. Dust swims through your lungs. The building knows you now. It will allow itself to be known in turn. Figures appear in the hall, hazy, human, laughing. They walk through you, rushing up and down the stairs. They carry bunting, trays of food. One props up a sign which says, International Party Conference Party 66. With the ghostly figures comes a song, a low and constant sound. The room ripples with noise, alive but blurred like a dream. Perhaps the song is hypnotizing you into sharing a memory with the building, an architectural daydream. People pass you, chattering, formed in cloud by a slapdash maker. Some have both eyes on one side of their head. Others are rendered limbless. Ghost gang, huddle up. A pair of hands passes you by. applauding. As the song grows louder, specters melt into the space around you. A group of people in the tunic suits worn by Superblock officials. Ghosts. Ghosts. Ghosts.
And what has communism done for the people of the Superblock? Single-ply toilet paper? One-bedroom apartments? You talk of materialism, but where is the material?
You turn to see an imposing figure bearing down on the crowd, ghostly moustache rippling with fury, as he holds some document above his head. Even in this spectral form you recognize him, Sweet Nestor, Portofiro's supreme leader.
We cannot hold Portofino back for the sake of ideological purity. Revolution got our wheel spinning, but now we have to go somewhere.
Or celebrating the moment of rupture.
We will take Emter's money to develop Portofino. No more Superblock fearmongering. Portofino isn't some backwater province. Prosperity and autonomy.
There is no autonomy with the bank's rotten teat in your mouth. He draws a pistol from his coat. There are gasps from the crowd. He had Nestorismo.
This is what I think of your treaty.
He fires. The bullet passes through the treaty, through your torso. It sinks soundlessly into the hole in the wall. Ghost bullets don't hurt. Good to know. You've never heard that he actually shot the treaty. A figure so storied that some inevitably got lost.
Get out! No listening party, no conference. Get out of my palace of culture. You heard me. Mine.
The ghostly crowd begins to disappear as it rushes toward the door. You back away from the... Dust lies so thick on the staircase that you can feel it shifting underfoot. You hear catches of the song, words, a man's voice, and a guitar. A guitar strums, your vision blurs. Spectral figures swirl back into the hall, light and glowing. You hear voices in the stairwell below you, calling for someone to hurry up. More ghosts. Ghosts.
I'm coming. Carmuna is never late for a party.
Carmuna. Her voice sounds much younger, but otherwise the same. This is the old woman from the bazaar, long ago.
All that I need lately is my super.
She sings to herself happily as she hurries down the stairs. Long skirt held high so she doesn't trip in her glittery shoes. You turn to watch her run by and see the hazy figure of a man in a Superblock-style suit, carrying a gift-wrapped package under his arm.
Good evening, miss. Is this party the listening party in Nestor's office? I've been called out last minute, but I have this gift for him. Could you give it to him before they play the music?
He must be referring to the building's song.
Carmuna will take it for you. But she will also receive the carnation from your lapel in return.
Flirtatious, she plucks the flower from his suit and fixes it into her hair, picking up an asset in theatre without the target even knowing. Remarkable stagecraft.
It looks far better on you than me, miss. Very fitting for the occasion.
He bows, the music fades, and the figures with it. Threadbare cloth sticking out from under the debris, trampled and chewed. A banner dragged down one of the support beams. The ceiling stays in the air out of sheer will. The building declared the old party reactionary and did away with their image. Destroy the banners. Praise the revolution. Tiptoes. Treat it like ice. The whole towers. The glow from the camp beneath you dominates the room, throwing the space beyond into a deep, vacuous dark. You hear a few chords on a guitar, just for a moment. You close your eyes and let yourself sway, gently, as the hall below you fills with a soft mist that coalesces into at least 100 phantoms. Ghosts. They're ghosts. You're just gonna be in here with the ghosts, all right?
No, the public cannot see me, and the microphone is off. You know I can sense microphones. I intuit their presence.
You look to your left and see the spectral figure of Sweet Nestor crouching on the floor, his voice lowered to an enraged whisper.
I told you I wanted spectacle, not confetti. I'm not making my speech looking like a confetti man. Nestor is no paper fairy.
Confetti floats from above, a rainbow of crepe paper falling around your head and shoulders. You swipe at your shoulders. There's nothing there. Surely you weren't anticipating otherwise. That's ghost fetty. 6 other men also ducked out of the crowd's sight. Their faces are blurred, noses migrating, eyes overlarge, but the medals on their lapels are so vibrant that they shine.
I'm not going out there to be mocked by the ambassador. None of you can make me. Do your own speech.
You can always locate your nearest minister by shooting in a straight line and watching the bullet's subtle curve.
Who has my super block man? He'll help me with their ambassador.
One of the other figures fumbles in his pocket and hands over a tiny soldier, feet permanently rooted to a circular base. A pocket combatant, a type of miniature army which reached its sales height in the 50s, recalled, discontinued, sued into oblivion when the figures were found to be made of lead.
Yes, a sense of righteousness emanates from him. The Kohilan envoy are impressed by my decision not to give them a welcome speech beneath this rain of confetti.
Righteousness always spills from the soldiers of the people, no matter how diminutive. Medals jingle as the specters fade from view. The balcony lifts a little. You find yourself humming along with the building. The soft tap of a drum beat knocks against your eardrum. As the song grows louder, a spectral form takes shape, hovering in the chair. Hovering. There is something humiliating about being spectral, which is why you should get out of here.
We've outgrown the need for perpetual revolution. That's what they don't understand. You're the only one of them with any sense, Antoine.
On his desk stands the same soldier figurine you saw on the balcony. It watches him unsympathetically.
Point out that they haven't sponsored a single successful coup in years, and you get accused of being a counter-revolutionary pessimist or an intellectual midget? Rich indeed, for the coherence to accuse a man of intellectual midgetry while bringing us nothing but a popular song.
It must be a very good song. The last song you need to hear. The song that solves music.
Portofino needs money, Antoine. Emter vultures will fund hospitals and homes for the indigent. Then we'll accept technical advisors from the superblock. Use their expertise to develop our own private sector industries. They try to regulate Nestorismo, compromises, concessions, permissiveness. Não mais. Nestorismo is past and future. It is individual and collective. It is what will hold. We've been cuckolded enough, Antoine. Time for Nestorismo to do some fucking.
It appears to be peeling, shedding its old skin. A laudable act of self-criticism. It's the damp. Your lungs have probably aged 2 years since stepping foot in this office. The air is practically wet. You could probably survive in here just by absorbing moisture through your skin. You step away.
Hey, you back? No ghosts. Oh, I do think the song got louder. So you're doing something right. Wait, why aren't we getting ghosts? Is something about you attracting them?
Speculate on it.
Clearly.
Beyond doubt. Please keep looking around the place. It obviously wants to tell you what it knows. We'll keep up the joke.
Oh, tell. They do that.
We do. Tokens about affection.
They think it's affection. To our song? Oh, please find out what it was.
Boring. Maybe we're just seeing near random bits and pieces of historical memory. And this isn't coherent at all. Just architectural dementia.
No way. The song is too bright, too alive. It has something to do with the superblock. Good name.
Poor thing. Couldn't speak up if it didn't like it, though. Our song, no doubt. We'll get it out of here so we can't bother it anymore. He may have ruined our lives, but he knew drama.
Again with the superblock? What are you trying to tell us?
The building does not reply. You hear the clear sound of a drum from upstairs. Something replied.
All right.
careful not.
Looking out over the main hall, the balcony.
Hey, you back?
You look up to the ceiling, glance around the walls and structural beams. You can see a crack all the way from the topmost light fixtures to your right foot. You could just... The crack expands, wind into the rafters in a movement more like a thread in an old sweater than concrete. The squatters turn to watch its ascent with identical swivels of the head. The crack reaches the rafters, shakes a hole in the ceiling. Shards of concrete land by the door, freshly liberated. Moonlight peers in to see what you're doing.
I'm afraid of all that. It's a crumbling shithole, but it's been a crumbling shithole all my life. Hard to imagine the old communist headquarters would do something so radical as fall.
Then fall it must. Nothing that cannot be radical can be called communist. This was the party line all along. And ghosts are bourgeois.
It doesn't. But why does the idea of losing it make me so... sad?
Because it sings.
Portofino will be different without it. Maybe that's what the song's about. Or what our song should be about.
The building is a monument to failure, but also to the possibility that we might try at all.
Well said. When we record the headquarters song, then it will be about creating something new, not mourning something old.
But we have so much of the song. Let's play what we have just once. I want the building to hear it.
Ah, yes. Well, now I'm afraid I can't resist. Hit it, Dirt.
She hits play. Dust streams from the ceiling. The balcony quivers. Upstairs, something screams.
See? It's dancing.
Your lips move. Muscle memory. You know this song. You know the next line.
No way. What is it?
She flips the switch off. The building settles in silence. You stop trying to think. You just let yourself join in. Half-remembered lyrics, mumbled syllables. Novessa 81. Vodka, 3-day-old outfits, cigarettes. You all danced together to a half-broken speaker system in someone's kitchen. It was happiness. All the sweeter because it felt stolen. You danced with a lover in the nascent stages. Lingering moments. A meeting of flesh that only you could feel. Brief enough to deny. Long enough to know. You know the words. You know the melody. It's a Superblock pop song. Superblock Baby.
Wait, have I heard that before? Superblock Baby's an old pop song?
We should have known.
This is gonna be the remix to end all remixes. Let's get out of here and get to work. I'll miss this place when it falls, but we're gonna make people dance on the rubble. Goodbye, and thank you. We'll add some lyrics about how great you are. We swear it.
It is sworn.
Just to be sure, are the squatters gone yet? Man, that's a relief. Whew. That's it? Man, I could have handled that. I'm not dealing with this. No way. They can send someone from the Party Alley beat to keep people out of here. I'm going back to the bazaar. Maurito will see you soon. Back on his own turf. Loneliest.
His half-hooded up. Somehow, he looks more forgotten than when you first found him.
Well, that is, of course, a secret.
Lap in the air like a giant child's tongue.
Oh yes, wonderful. Very good. Me? No. To commune with the prophet, you must first offer libation.
Could have guessed that was coming.
Again. Now you understand. Che Meramoto is always BYO if you insist. The Ansor! You spoil me.
The senior negotiator takes the drink from you and downs it without even sitting up properly. He barely heard what you offered, just hooked it straight to the vein.
Now, treaties and secrets. I presume you're familiar with Latour Wolgar?
The master treaty that ended history and stagnated all current world affairs, signed 96 years ago by the developed world and the superbloc. With the cessation of war between great powers, spies became the new soldiers, a twilight ascendancy.
And just look how they roam. This secret treaty that Emter has brought to Luz. It's another piece of scaffolding to prop up the decaying facade of Latour Wolgar. I'm sure you've noticed, La Luz have started up military action again. This Réunion campaign of theirs, imperialism with new branding. We're going to shut all that down. No more fighter jets, no more aircraft carriers, no more little annexations of former territories that end with flat-bombed capitals and bodies in craters. A free peek in the girls' changing rooms, of course. A dalliance with the developed world. Culture blockade comes down, La Luz get to hawk their wares uninhibited.
Exchanging one front for another. No physical war, just a cultural one. Insanity. The only developed thing about the techno-fascists is their imperialist impulse.
I do, yes. I think it's a very good deal for the bank. Look around. Lusian culture is already among us. Bringing them into the developed world won't make that much difference. If anything, It will legitimize the culture and render it less sexy. Not ashamed to admit, I was quite moved by some of the recent electropop offerings. The cartoon wolves, too. Very covetable, strong appreciating asset. And you never know. Maybe showing them the wonders of our side of town will have a liberalizing influence on their more isolationist tendencies. Apparently, some tete-a-tete time with the Minister of Mass Culture himself. Although, word is, Reyes is very keen on this deal. Wants it to happen.
That was no bluff from the prisoner. The Grand Lynch is coming to you, walking right into the crosshairs.
Culture as loaded gun. At Reno's pied-à-terre, the city's true seat of power. I don't know. Gaps in the schedule, unclear times of arrival. Oscar and Freddy are getting played, and played hard. Yes, Freddy may call it mysterious. I call it uncurbed shithousery. The move. He will take the whole, even if it's not offered. That's how he operates. Reno's eyes have swiveled towards lunar assets. He wants to send rockets to the moon. And his old friend Metamoto will ignite the thrusters. He is hosting the secret treaties in exchange for these cosmic flight paths. Reno Lunar. Where they've been for the last century. Loitering outside the party they can't get into.
The real party is outside, on the streets, arm in arm with the midnight proletariat. When they eventually turn up.
Goodbye.
The teenage boy nods hesitant. Odds of him being asset scarf? 95%. Confirmation income. The adolescence features ever shifting between boy and man, land family on boy, at the mention of her name. He is very excited to say the word legit.
And what do they call you?
He chews his tongue, squinting at you suspiciously.
You should already know.
Trying to think of an insult. He doesn't like that your name is cooler than his.
Cool.
Nice. He's got nothing. His voice lowers an octave.
What can I brief you on? Yeah? He was here. I saw him. That loan ad over there, there's a mailbox dot under it. An headphones guy used it. I think he took something from it. Small. Like a package. It was hard to see. I was hiding back here.
High dose of adrenaline from such a small source. You were like that before the world got to you.
I took notes. Tall, smoker, long jacket, big collar, biggest headphones ever. And creepy. That's underlined 2 times.
And what? We can get headphones. Bigger ones. He looks off in the direction of the man's disappearance. It's like a pig looking at wind, trying to contemplate the invisible force pushing against it. He's certain of his skill, as amateurs often are.
I know. He keeps awaiting review.
Oh, give him something. He stands a little straighter.
Great. It felt so sick. So I nailed it. You know, Yana's still the coolest, but you're pretty cool too.
You tried to picture any of your old assets saying those words and come up blank.
What about her? Fine, I guess.
He shrugs. You've asked an open-ended question to a teenager. Try again. Laser focus.
She's a high achiever. Got business to handle. Cool. What about her? Whatever.
He doesn't know what apathy means.
Meet her? Well, we've been in the same school since we were small, but I didn't meet her until last year. I used to sit behind her in history before she dropped out to run the bazaar and all this happened. She was really sweet, shy.
Was.
She is.
Defensive.
She's just stressed out with the bazaar and headphones man and everything. She'll be back to normal after it's all over. Cool.
His eyes narrow to slits. He's scanning you, as he has scanned many before.
I see. Someone causing you grief, baby girl?
A coded question. He needs to be let in enough on the details to be willing to open himself up to risk. No need to spill your guts, though, Operana.
Then, hypothetically, it's not that simple. Since you're not local, let me explain something. B-Town's not like other places. Yeah, there's guns around, but you don't get one easily. The laws are tight. Carabineros roll out these gunpowder sniffing hounds and go on walks a couple times a year. You know, to remind people what's what. The dogs are a mean foreign breed. No hair, all teeth. My cousin, Alishba, lost a chunk of her calf to one. I'm sure she was, but she's still not walking right a decade later. My point is, you don't walk armed around here. Nah.
His posture spells it out. Not at the moment, at least. His right pant pocket creases around something narrow and weighty. A switchblade.
That's just common sense. Heaters are different. I'm saying, show me your palms. Hold them out, side by side, even. My great-grandmother, back at Rustam, she was a Strega. Saved 3 men from suicide. She married a Wastanji and made him quit.
A high-ranking member of the military, sworn to protect the Rustamian head of state, back when the dream of Rustam still was a state. The bullet by your heart twitches, then stills.
I'm sorry about that. Your love line is split clean in two. About midway, like you were cut off for a while. First time seeing this.
A dash of mystical nonsense to disarm you while he runs a checklist. Cold read for control, hot read for rapport. That's all it is.
Makes me wonder where you learned it from.
Suddenly, his posture straightens and he looks up. The soft warmth emanating from him dissipates.
All right, good. We can talk. Maybe if I take you out to dinner one night. You, me, lamb tagine, slow cooked in saffron and cinnamon, fluffy couscous, drizzled butter, honeyed eggplants for dessert. But for now, business. Just say the word. All right, let's start with the big picture. What kind of protection are we talking about?
78mm barrel, length 150mm maximum, 15-round magazine, and crucially, the trigger's click must feel nice. Massive. You want it big enough to drop something with hooves. There are many crimes you may commit, none worse than mediocre aesthetics.
Elegant, cold, a bit curvaceous. Just one move and bam, right through the chest. Like when I first saw you. Steel or polymer?
Steel. Superior feedback. Every bullet shuddering while you remain still. Go for polymer. You'll move with it, not against it.
Legacy versus logistics. Steel's hefty, but kicks less. Polymer's light, slick, plastic fantastic. Personally, I'm a steel man. That's my girl. Now, this one's crucial. Safety switch, or you ride and roll.
Safety. No impact on performance. And it makes a really nice click, too. A leash. No thanks.
Sure, I can respect that. Plus you get the satisfaction of taking it off. For you, I'll even throw in an add-on. Gratis. You got a particular in mind?
You'll need to merge with the gun in your palm. Become one. Something to keep your arm steady when it gets heated. Ultimate stability. Keeping it quiet wouldn't go amiss.
I'll see if I can get you a subsonic kit. It'll be a stubby suppressor. Oh man, I'm excited for you. Give me 2 months, and it's yours. Tomorrow? Shit. Why do I always fall for the high maintenance girls? Alright. It won't be your dream piece, but it'll be good. Only thing is, I need cash up front.
You sure about this? You could just make your dream piece instead. There must be a book with gun schematics somewhere in this city. Just gotta find it.
I thought you needed something quick. But alright, tell me when you're good and I'll handle the rest. I'll be seeing you.
Stopping abruptly by the honor book stall, your double Holocene opens the duffel bag he has been carrying with him and begins depositing books in the stall's donations box. 5 of them, every one a brand new copy of the same book. Blood Type Hecatomb by H.S. Lastra.
4, actually. One is an old copy of mine. Annotations carefully redacted.
The book flashes open for a moment. You see that the margins are black with annotations furiously scribbled out on almost every page.
Lastra's virtually unheard of here. I'm, you could say, pouring a new element into the city's psychic water supply. The effects are certainly long-lasting and dire, but ultimately beneficial. I can trace certain changes in my cognition unfolding to this very day to my first reading of this book, and specifically, the trepanation scene. I have reason to believe that this cognitive leap was set off by properties within the text itself, possibly letter distribution patterns that correspond to certain proportions within the human brain. What? No, don't be ridiculous. I just want more people to read my favorite novel.
Smiling with a degree of mischievousness, he describes the copies of Blood Type Hecatomb through different parts of the shelf, hiding one amongst the self-help books, and then turns to leave.
Kitchen's worth of knives in your back, tire threads across your face. Someone's got it in for you. The harder you try, the more they come after you. That's the lesson here. Half a decade on the shelf, on top of a lifetime of closed doors and missed chances. You'd think the universe would throw you a bone by now.
Yeah, where's our fucking bones like?
You give so much of yourself that there's a trail of blood and tears wherever you go. It doesn't have to be so hard. You wrestle with the guilt, the shame. But if you just said, the world did this to me, some of that weight would be lifted.
That weight is called self-awareness. Without it, you may float.
Except that your difficulties are simply results of unfair, personal attacks. All the woo-is me's won't make you popular, of course, but life will be less of a challenge. The universe pulls its punches, or does it recoil in disgust?
The stall remains as haphazard as ever. Its payment bucket. You flip through the stack of slim, staple-bound periodicals. Faded fashion catalogues 6 years out of date. Softcore adult mags, a gun magazine, and a lot more. The more recent issues focus on the emergent Lusian styles. The oldest among them feature Portaferan clothes. Local-made textiles from the famous silk factories. You do the honest thing. Nothing changes in the world. One cover catches your eyes. It depicts a leather-clad man, looking intensely grim with a large sword on his back. A label warns of ultra-violent content. The Hombre Hombre, Volume 5, Issue A. Blood and guts in black and white. Wicked. You've seen that name before, browsing at the newsstand while Tempo badgered and bartered over cigarettes. A quick flip through reveals the amount of blood spilled is only matched by the sheer amount of nudity. You do the honest thing. Nothing changes. You turn away from... You return to the work. This now is a gunsmith's workshop, just waiting to realize itself. The perfect place for your first attempt at improvised weapon manufacture. Your reason for being here is simple. Glue two pieces of a toy together. It can be finicky, but you should have the nimbleness of finger to deal with that. A low-budget clandestine publication, somewhere between fanzine and paperback. The author's name is listed on the first page as Ji Cheng Wang. Machine Gun King, if your limited Sunnis serves you well. Almost certainly a pseudonym. Not exactly how you would be best described. It consists of some 60 pages of text, followed by an appendix with cut-out schematics for the body of the gun. Ostensibly a how-to guide, it doubles as a philosophical inquiry into the subject of firearms ethics. Headlines like Chapter 4, Your Last Chance to Stay Legal, and Chapter 7, Your Conscience and Me, immediately jump out at you. Firearms good, ethics bad. There are times in the conduct of human affairs when it becomes necessary to wang someone or something. This is a reality. There are, however, some preliminary considerations to disseminate. You would too, if your name was synonymous with death. Are you asking yourself whether you should or should not use the information in this book to build yourself a highly illegal firearm? Alas, there are many such decisional pitfalls in our world. Law-abiding individuals are treated with the utmost derision. If this book could wang 'em all, it would. If you spit on the law, then the gun saint has given you his absolution in advance. It goes on extensively, the tone veering back and forth between sardonic hand-washing and outright murder advocacy. Probably not. Do you want to? Wang is the theory, and Wang is the practice. Across time and space, you feel another intelligence reaching out to you. Insane. Methodical, murderous. The perfect guide for making a killing implement out of junk. The instructions specify materials for a 6-shot pipe gun with push feed. 500-gram hard plastic melted down, 1 coin 10mm diameter, 1 broomstick or wooden dowel, 1 aluminium can, tools, glue, and plywood. The precarity of anything resulting from these materials is self-evident. Ball bearings. Yes, and it is up to you to scavenge it all. A fair amount of this stuff is lying around the workbench in Photo 24. You have definitely seen sheets of plywood, work tools, and a broom there. Dotted lines mark the edges of three-dimensional objects unfolded into rectangles and curved flaps. While unintelligible, the form of the gun lurks somewhere inside those shapes. Mathematical and yet crude, the lines display a profoundly unsober competence. Two objects. The larger one is a mold that goes around the barrel and includes a crude grip, magazine well, and the outer part of the bolt feed mechanism. The smaller object is the bolt. The spirit of Wang reaches out to you through the pages of the book. It doesn't just want the gun to be built, but to be used on somebody. Building it will be the test. The bed welcome. The stillness of the room quiet.
If you think the philosophy of Jiang Wang is just about crafting little homemade guns, you are sorely mistaken. Stop talking as if you know what that word means. It is about giving you a momentary escape from the world of sheep. Look around you. You're inside it.
The testing ground for technologies of dehumanization known as the developed world.
More a prison of sheep, actually. A fluffy cage where the inmates are sheep, the guards are sheep, even the walls are sheep. That is society. Do not ask Wang for help. Reach out and take what you want. That is the Wang way of absolute self-reliance. Don't just make your own guns, make your own laws. Make your own drugs, print your own IOUs and introduce them into the flow of currency. Don't pay taxes, declare independence from the state and make people pay you taxes. And remember, you owe the prison of sheep nothing, and that includes remuneration for the items that you decide you need. Stealing implies the breaking of an agreed social contract. Did you sign a contract? Go now. The world is yours. The only thing stopping you is your ovine adherence to the rules. And if anyone tries to stop you, wang 'em.
Raw information atomizes itself. On the other side of the world, a phone...
Cascade. Lock and scale up.
The lanky man flicks a palm-sized toy scooter out of his pocket like a switchblade, performs a miniature double flip, then looks to you for a reaction. An impressive display of dexterity, wasted on an act of utter cringing lameness.
Yo, tiger pussy, you fuck? Your face and your lollopy little walk.
You don't lollop. You bound, gracefully like a whippet or a red hind.
What you want anyway? You a Nestor fan or you just here for my vibe? I could roll either way. Septimus, you're in my place.
One name, no context, as if you're expected to already know him.
Obviously not. Everyone fucking detests the old man. You for real?
Eyes, bloodshot. Something about him has relaxed at this information. A performance partly abandoned.
I'm his youngest son. The last one out, numero 7. Portofiero's most hated toddler. You didn't know? You know that poster you used to see all over the place with Nestor holding the baby? That's me. I'm the baby.
An infamous image from Nestor's 64 campaign. The dictator holding a baby with his own face superimposed over the infant's, moustache and all. Soy Nestor.
Yeah, 'cause they pasted Dad's face over mine. Clever photo manipulation. Soy Nestor. Mega ancient, yeah. The swimmers are strong. Most likely I live forever.
He assumes he won't make it past 40. Squinting, you overlay the image of the phantom you saw at the Palace of Culture on top of this lanky young fuck. Same nose, same dark eyes, wildly different posture.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll have to make you hate me all by myself.
Other people's distaste is a warm blanket, familiar in its itchiness.
I know you got questions about me and the old man. Ask him. It goes like this. Had a little revolution. Was Comrade Nestor for a bit. Then Presidente Nestor. Then Supreme Leader Nestor for the final stretch. Got in bed with the bank. Made a couple really good deals. Then a couple really bad deals. Disappeared a lot of people.
Nestor had already been forced from power the last time you were here. The toppled regime was old news. Sure, you could use that as an excuse for your ignorance. Or you could just admit that the Herschel of 5 years ago was somehow even more self-centered than the Herschel of today.
Well, owning the Carabineros helped. Even they got tired of him eventually. Authoritarianism's cool and stuff when the economy's going. Not so much when the debts you racked up all over the developed world start going cha-ching. Blowing up those cosmonauts didn't help either. Oh yeah, Dad's big legacy. Supposed to be his fuck you, look at me to the rest of the world. Instead, he got fucked. Big time. I'm not hiding him back there, if that's what you mean. I don't know where he is. Dead, if you believe the streets.
A scab across his heart he can't quite stop picking.
Clandestine nursing home for evil old fucks, I expect. Extract whatever state secrets they can during the day with hypnosis. People hate me, man. It's fucking wild. I've got a bunch of stories loaded up. Humanizing, tragic, fucked up, whatever the public wants to hear. When I told the old man I wanted to make movies, he bought the best home camera on the market. Appointed me his Minister of Internal Telecommunications. Had me running around the mansion taking shaky films of him for like 2 years. Still got the footage somewhere. Might turn him into a music video someday.
Nearly 2 decades gone, and he's still making his home in a cinema. A love that's never died.
Just Nestor, baby. Mononym. Nombre numero uno. Sweet Septimus, if you're nasty.
The comparison to his sire is inevitable. He's resigned himself completely to the umbilical tie. A noose. A lifeline.
And Septimus Nestor sounds like shit. Syllables are all wrong. Primus, Afonso, Nestor II, Caetano, Nestor III, and Rolando. Dead, exiled, dead, banker, dead, living with a mistress in Talico. Yeah, haha, good one. But wouldn't have flown. The old man was on a conservative tear that year. Barbiturious, parasailing, and uncle, respectively. Proculus Festinus Pompolusa, Dad's worst general, knocked Nestor III into the canal while he was putting money on horses. And he didn't drown either. He died from inhaling all the rat piss in the water. Got a piss virus. Bled out of every orifice for a week. Last one out, only one to remain. The last shall become the first. I got 12 of them, all Dad's generals. Learn everything about the world from them, on account of Dad being fucking ancient and also busy. What about her? She's a non-entity, surrogate. Swimmer meet egg. 9 months later, behold, a fucko.
Dynastic inheritance squandered. Nepotistic foolishness. Delusions of genetic supremacy.
You don't want to keep pushing? Bet you could make me cry. Massively, unfixably. I'm a total piece of shit and it's all Dad's fault. Can you imagine how fucking boring I'd be if I wasn't though? What are you, Portofino in the early 80s? Ha ha. Cause it fucks. This is the center of the fucking pentagram. Chalk on the fingers, Portofino's whole economy in one building. This is the bootleg factory you're trespassing in. Go to the bazaar and buy one there. I'm not a fucking projector boy.
There hasn't been a movie shown in this theatre in years. It was already closed when you were in Portofino last. Vacant and waiting. It's cold inside the cinema. The young man with the flashlight pulls his jacket around his neck and nods to himself. This is the place.
You think you're more cultured than me? I am culture. I just put together this wretched fucking treatment for a music video. Will blow your mind. Yes, Grandma. It means fucking rancid. My girl, center of the whole operation. Fucking visionary that she is.
Also, notably, hidden out of sight in the back somewhere.
Welcome to culture. Being trash and trashing it. Landfill society. Pre-ironic irony. No, it's having a shit time fucking around with a tiny scooter. It's being a total fucking cunt who spends his time learning finger tricks with a toy. Listen.
He leans forward, scooter held high, and flicks the front wheel. It goes.
Culture's like a big fuck-off animal, yeah? Animals gotta eat. Everything that gets eaten gets digested. Fine dining looks the same coming out the other end as fried shrimp. If you can consume it, it's only a matter of time before it's all shit. Wrong. Everything is so bad, it comes back around to being good.
He has discovered a way to bridge cynicism and earnestness. This method requires study.
Everyone, you clown. Pearl, Saber, Wapo, Megavoid, lining up for me to direct their viz. Everybody wanted it.
Heavy 9-minute epics with a target audience of mind-altered 20-somethings.
Burdensome. So I liberated myself, severed the umbilical, womb, goo everywhere, went on my own, started my own fucking movie. Called it Sonic Doom. Would have been wasted. Never got to film it. I couldn't find a lead actress, one who could actually inhabit the topless scenes. This one girl, Haley, would have been good, but I accidentally gave her an eating disorder. Is it? Ultravioleta, hot shit. You but from a dream is unreleased though. You've either got raw musical gold or someone's playing a trick on you. Ha! Touched a nerve, have I? Well, let me tell you something. Come lolloping in with the chick and do it in front of me. Then give old Septimus a show, and I'll acknowledge it fine. 'Cause it's hotter. Bing, bing, bing.
He takes aim with his finger guns and peppers you with imaginary bullets.
Shit, fly. You'll be back, all right. Buzz, 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 bitch.
On the bed in the room beyond, a figure arrives in the throes of some exquisite discomfort. In his hands, a bare light bulb strobing. Each flash reproduces the world in monochrome, and the body on the bed spasms in time. Muscles clenched in futile effort. A syllable strains against his lips. He's trying to say something, but his jaw is locked shut. The other man in the room watches with unblinking intensity. Last instance before pressure release. The fin building up inside is about to rupture its container in 3, 2. You have time for one deep breath and the attendant drop in heart rate before it happens. The syllable erupts from a twisted mouth. The neck convulsively snaps back, and in that moment, you lock eyes. Galaxies of desperation sucked into the pupils' widening void. Recognition, inescapable, undeniable. You know each other well.
Mator! Mator! Matoria! They would answer cal cuerpo y anter cuero here now.
Full body spasms rack him as a torrent of syllables falls from his mouth.
All right. I'm getting violence. Animal imagery. Masculinity, perhaps.
His status and finances matter not. No one should be shushing you like a dog.
Everything's quite all right, I assure you. Now, please.
Annoyed but unperturbed, he hardly glances at you before returning to his spectacle.
Na alago post lost suha kita.
Without looking at you, Ramses raises his free hand. 2 fingers flick upwards. Then the convulsions return, folding your old asset in half. He's asking you to hold back. In the midst of Ramses' involuntary gibbering and the bizarre musings of the spectator, you try to focus and understand what you are looking at. Behind the apparent chaos lies all the trappings of a carefully executed ritual. This isn't the first time. Not for either of them. 1, 2, dead. 1, 2, dead. A precise interval. The light bulb's not flickering. It's pulsing. Ramses is suffering a purposefully induced seizure of some kind. There is an arrangement with the other man.
Coward! Coward! Borista nananachistar! Matur! Anhierv mith vietrov.
All right. I hear winds. Sky. Maybe the idea of indefinition. Lack of division?
An audible crack in his spine as he arches backwards, crumpling. A marionette with strings yanked, then severed. He lets go of the light bulb. It stops flickering. His chest heaves as the spasms subside. What remains of the convulsions leaks out of him in a series of exhausted trembles.
I see. Well, thank you. Yes, thank you. This was a private consultation.
He brushes past you without another word. Payment. The price of Ramses' nervous system. Behind him, from the floor, a noise. Low, almost human. Ramses' breaths come in staggered bursts. One arm braces against the floor as he tries to sit up. Slow and shaking, he winces. It is the future. Your old asset aged 100 years in the 5 that have elapsed.
Jackhammer's in my fucking skull. But there's a nice groove to it.
Asset Radian, comms specialist, skill set, audio engineering, surveillance, forensics, applied maths, transmission security. Ramses Tayed Al-Fatik Malloy, plague metal worshipper, pristine blunt roller, Rustamian refugee, ultimate warlock of chill. Or at least, he was.
I'll get up in a minute. Trying to decide if I'm hallucinating you first. Guess that settles it.
Still shuddering and a little incredulous, Ramses settles back into reality and examines you.
Strange days, Hirsch.
The clothes hang loosely on a frame that has lost more than half its musculature. That's him. Mine's fucked face worse. But that's our boy. Timestamp. 5 years, 3 months since last contact. His lopsided smile is the same, though perhaps cut with a streak of bitterness that might be new.
Been worse. In fact, fucking... just moments ago.
His fingers twitch in jittery bursts, post-tictal tremors, the aftershock of a seizure.
I know. It's just a gig, Hirsch. Good money.
650 sol. Exploitation money, reserved for those willing to undergo serious bodily harm for what they do.
Fuck off, Paige. This is my shit, not yours. Though, yeah, things have been fucked since the network went down. Shit. You don't know, do you? The Weeping Eye came for me.
One by one, your crew was picked off while you were whisked away to safety.
5 years ago, H. They wiped me clean. Identification, papers, residency. It's all gone. Not much to tell, H. Fucking... Ones that picked me up were dressed like carabineros. Drove me to... I don't know, some kind of cover apartment. Fluorescent lighting, concrete walls. You know how it is. Eventually 2 women show up. Lucian. Oh, they weren't even trying. Fucking shiny new uniforms with tacky plastic badges. Looked more like strippers than anything else, really. Besides, I've had my share of run-ins with the carabineros. Pussies, down to the last one. Not these guys. I've been in Portofino long enough. I've got the accents down. But more than that, there's the whole fucking...
The get-up, the fashion, the aesthetics of Lusian mass culture, unmistakable even when they're undercover. The faces, strange cousins to Portofirans in more ways than one.
Foreign suits, shaved heads, both of them. Green eyes, I think. They were calm and polite.
The Weeping Eyes interrogator class. Professional torturers, typically with shorn heads in order to honor the defector Belkov, from whom their training originates.
Information about us, but what little I knew they already had. I don't know. I had assumed.
That's how it always goes. Some loose ends that can't be tied off.
They let me go about a day later. Came back to a ransacked boat. Power, water, phone line, all dead. Figured they'd broken shit for fun. Yeah, I made calls. My accounts were gone. The Casa de Registro had nothing under my name. Identification, work permit, all gone. They just fucking erased me, H. Pretty damn effectively, too.
Conclusion. You are speaking to a phantom.
More than once. I was informed Ramses Tayyid al-Fatik Molloy doesn't exist. I tried to argue that I'm me, on account of... fucking... Turns out presence is not proof of existence. I'm the wrong person to ask. I figured that was standard for, you know.
You people.
Yeah. For a while I was doing small gigs. Fixing old gear. Radios, instruments, that kind of stuff. But eventually...
His gaze drifts downwards. His fingers suddenly curl, then stiffen. The seizure you saw may have been self-induced, but others are not.
What gave it away? Yeah, I had it under control back then. Still, I thought you knew.
Radian. No mention of epilepsy found. Medical conditions. Left blank.
I see.
He doesn't try to hide the disappointment on his face. A small silence as you rearrange your understandings of each other.
Anyway, that's the short version. You're looking at what's left of me. Let me guess. Knew it.
It was too much to hope that you were here without an agenda. But he had hoped.
5 years. I wondered if you were dead or locked up, you know? Even worse. Look, whatever this is, I'm not... I mean, you got eyes. Something for the wiring upstairs, H. Carbamazepine, oxcarbazepine, anticonvulsants. Sans prescription, obviously, on account of me not existing and all. Doubt it'll work. Even prescription holders are struggling lately. It's not just anti-epileptic pills. Things don't flow into the city the way they used to.
He doesn't know Dr. Gonzalo E.S. Gonza.
All right, Hirsch, you see what you can do, yeah? I don't know his name, but he's, you know, fucking big money. Got a fucking penthouse.
Who else but the demon face of market forces and economic fetishism?
Fucking rich people, H. If it's not paying a dominatrix to shit in their mouths, it's this stuff. Honestly, I should be grateful. I don't have the looks to be a dominatrix. Or the sphincter control. You know, I wondered for a while, but nah. He thinks I'm some kind of oracle. Basically, I speak in tongues, he listens and does some word association shit with what he hears. It is. He calls it intuition hacking. Says it helps him with his fucking business.
Perhaps. But behind it all, there is something else, far simpler. The power to pay someone to have a medical emergency for your viewing pleasure.
Give it here. Oh, Hirsch. You listen to L-pop now? Melody. Then what? Yeah, no. That would be the pop music.
Prognosis. Almost identical to the one Dr. Gonza gave you. Either they are onto something, or these men have the same kind of brain parasite.
It's an Einzelton XR. That's pretty much all I can say about it. Play it out. So good fucking luck finding out what was on it. I'm an audio guy, H. And this shit, it's got no audio left on it. What I will say, this Einzelton stuff is very niche shit. You'd have to ask someone into that kind of thing.
He's weaker than he looks. Even these little exertions leave him drained.
Does it look like I do? Nah. Burned off most of the gear, even. There's a couple of things I couldn't bring myself to get rid of. You know. Mostly the shit I made myself.
A good deal of Ramses's equipment always consisted of improvised devices, cobbled up from the cannibalized remains of consumer electronics.
If you want to call it that. There's a bunch of crickets around here somewhere. You can have them if you find them. Should still work.
Crickets, as in bugs. Ramses's signature wiretap devices.
Yeah, me and Holocene did a fucking sleepover, H. It's a miracle I've even seen my dealer, as far as I'm concerned.
When all is said and done, the weed plug is Ramses's last point of contact with the world of humans.
See you around, H.
Come on. Ah, hello. Sorry, I probably look like a picture of misery right now. This time it's one of the arteries. It's on the roof of this old factory building. Problem is, that place scares the hell out of me.
The man stands like jelly next to you.
No, I didn't. Fascinating. I wish a magnet would erase parts of my life.
The disc blooms like ruby flowers in the reflection of his lenses. He looks to the distance, at the city skyline as it's drenched from above. The steady mill of pedestrian traffic and the squawk of a seabird fills the uneasy silence between you. You sense a change behind his eyes. The decision has been made. He longs to return to lost company. Old gang.
There's still time for us to figure it all out. We're in this together. Me, you, and everyone else. It might be a forever task. Anyway, enough doom and gloom.
Even if he doesn't like it, his position gives him purpose, direction. Sometimes that's enough.
I have got myself into a bit of a predicament. Yes, I do need some help. You're right. I would just need you to go up to the roof of this building and run a standard check on the artery up there. Wonderful. You'll need this for starters.
The machine has a real heft to it. It means serious business.
Just plug this device into the artery once the diagnostics program prompts you. It should do the rest. Just pay attention to the report it gives you. I'll be right here if you need anything.
Wolf time! They have to be nice, okay? You can ask. We know everything. Mom says it's good we spend time.
The children.
Oh, it's you. What takes your fancy? You need anything else? Thanks for stopping by.
You return to the rack of clothing. Price tags rustle beneath your fingers.
Good choice.
The rack sags. You turn away.
Good day. Oh, yes. When that bastardo Nestor ruined the city. Carmona witnesses all the sorrows of Portoviro.
Survives them too.
Oh, yes. Very handsome. Very suave. It was a gift for Nestor himself, so must have been some official.
The opera's best.
How do you know that? And he still speaks of Carmona after all this time.
She pouts happily.
You let him know where to find me, Menina. Yes, I remember.
Carmona's eyes close with laughter, and for a moment, you see the young woman from the Palace of Culture more clearly than in any vision.
I stole those shoes, you know. Straight from a crate at the docks. We were like a little gang, all the girls. We'd take it in turns to distract the dock workers while the others looked for anything shiny.
High heels tapping on the metal gangway, skirts fluttering in the wind. A gang of men stand on the dock beneath them, eyes all wide.
Menina, I still am. Nestorismo happened. He invited everyone from the dye and silk unions and the superblock just for us to watch him turn his back. The superblock came to visit. We were all supposed to listen to some song in Nestor's office. But then the bastardo opened fire on their treaty and threw us all out. Fine by Carmona. Good day to you.
The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition. The Decreto de Recaptura Civica, a set of regulations from 81. Drinking age raised to 16, limits on public assembly, and stringent gun laws. All tied to stabilization packages arranged by EMTA. The promised loans were later deferred. Portaferans are still paying for guns they no longer own. He lowers it. The desk is as you turn from... Amid the chaos and disrepair, the ghost of what this room used to look like emerges for a moment. Walls lined with cages large and small, the faux rainforest cacophony of chirps, squawks, and yips, and in the center of the room, a circle of people crowding around a brightly lit patch of floor.
20 on the tiger beetle.
By day, a normal pet shop. On weekend nights, they used to clear out a space for invertebrate death matches. Mostly beetles, occasionally a tarantula. Ramses used to love this stuff. The perfect balance of pointlessness and grit.
Who are you going for, H? Tiger or stag?
The mandibles on the stag beetle are fully the size of its body. Obvious physical superiority.
Oh, if the stag manages to get the other one between its pincers, it's all over. But it won't. That thing's so clumsy, nothing it does is on purpose. Get ready to see your boy torn the fuck apart.
The competitors are released. Suddenly, Ramses leans in and exhales. A pressurized column of smoke strikes the floor and expands, enveloping the insects in heavy gray-brown billows.
Been holding that one inside. Fucking got to bless them, you know?
He's none too discreetly hiding a cigar-sized joint under his wrist. It's like a brush fire. You can almost smell the animal panic as the jungle goes up in flames. For a moment, stillness. Suddenly you hear an awful chainsaw buzzing. The two beetles begin to whir like enraged wind-up toys.
Here we fucking go.
Your words ring out in the empty space. The room is back to its current state of disrepair, still vaguely smelling of animal fur. The memory is gone, and so is Ramses.
You have returned for trade. This is not a squat. This is a lounge.
He goes very still briefly, while you admire his pose.
Monarchly.
He flicks his ears in excitement.
Amass increasingly desirable objects. Ponderer. Disappointment! Farewell. You have returned.
You return your attention to the pile of assorted junk. Buried among the pile, you spot your prize. This wolf's face is nearly covered by a dark, sweeping mane. She's dressed for battle in jeweled armor, but her snout is stretched in a yawn. On the side of the cup in curling letters, Dream Wolf. Tears gather at the corners of her green eyes.
Nonsense words. Shattering imbecile ignored. Ah, the scepter!
The monkey rummages his heinous little hands through his objects and produces a long, light blue tube, the end a horribly rubbery pink. You can read the words, Pre-breeder 6ZR on the side. Depraved Lusian filth. Human longing for these is proof that machines are the better lovers.
Ultra vanquish mode.
The pre-breeder begins to vibrate in his demonic half-balled mitts. He swings it around a few times, then wrestles it back off again. The monkey bares his teeth. He flicks his ears in excitement.
Market is battleground. Variation in packaging proposed. Snake! Snake! Then they will be Boss King Siggies.
He takes the pack gingerly between his atrocious thumb and forefinger, then flings it away onto his pile.
See? No fear.
He lobs the plastic tube in your direction, narrowly missing your face. He flicks his ears and
False wolf admired. Must trade fair. Snakes and shinies already obtained. Displeasure upon you. Disappoint. Farewell.